Hey, LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K Universe Mode. We are here on the first episode of Monday Night Raw after TLC, and we are on the road to the Royal Rumble. My favorite time of the year has begun. The road to WrestleMania is about to kick off. The Royal Rumble is really the first milestone, but we have a huge start to our show tonight because we have someone very special kicking off our show. And we are kicking the show off with the new United States Champion. At the time of recording, his LA Knight theme has not been released. LA Knight, who debuted just a couple nights ago at TLC and captured the United States Championship. There was a few underhanded tactics to do it, but he captured the U.S. title from El Generico. And now LA Knight, the new U.S. champion, kicks off Raw. He's got some stuff to say to the LS11 Universe, it would seem. But LA Knight is in the building. Last night at TLC, I arrived and I won the United States Championship in my debut match. I am the only person to win a championship in their debut match in LS11 Universe. Well, the only one that matters anyway. And now I find myself here on Monday Night Raw, gracing all of you with my presence. You should be grateful that I even bothered to show up here tonight and let this show start, because now that I'm here, this show runs on LA Knight time. What I'm truly here for is to tell you all that I'm here to declare that LA Knight is the first man in the Season 2 Royal Rumble. Oh, wait a minute. Well, Mr. Knight, it seemed you've already bumped shoulders with some high society on Raw, because LA Knight seems to have caught the eye of the WWE Champion. Bobby Roode, who successfully retained in the Fatal 5-Way TLC match, seems to have taken some issue with what Mr. LA Knight said, as Roode, the WWE Champion, walking down to the ring. Alright, so, oh my god, the title's fucking not textured. Great. Rude, looking the U.S. champion up and down. LA Knight, huh? Welcome to Monday Night Raw, kid. But let me tell you, this show does not run on your time. Because you see, I have been the WWE Champion, and Raw has been my show since I arrived 6 months ago. So you can play around with your US title, because as long as I've got this WWE Championship, that says that this show runs on Bobby Roode's time. This show ran on your time, Bobby, because now that I'm here, this US title is going to be the most must-see part of Universe. Oh, well, when you talk about must-see on Raw, I hate to admit it, but you got to include this guy. The Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, apparently has some words for Mr. Knight and Mr. Roode here in our opening segment, it would seem. Seth Rollins making his way to the ring. Gentlemen, please. If we're talking about who this show runs under, then you're both just rookies compared to me. Keep in mind I was the first Universal Champion in LS11 Universe. I was fighting Undertaker at WrestleMania, while you were playing wrestler in that cockroach of a company that refuses to die, and you were playing cowboy with another has-been over on SmackDown. Hey Seth, the champions are talking. Get one of these, and then you can talk. You're funny, Rude. I'll give you that. But what's funnier is that you were Sandow's 5th choice to face Balor. All the while, we both know that I was screwed out of the WWE title, and no way out. Screwed? Just like when you were screwed when that little rat Murphy beat your ass at SummerSlam because you didn't have anyone to hide behind? Nobody asked you, Knight! And nobody asked either of you to come out here and interrupt the greatest superstar of this generation or any other, LA Knight. But here we are. So how about you two run along and let me get back to my business? Oh, I'll gladly be out of both of your way. But first... Well, wait a minute! Rollins! Stomp to the world champion! Seth Rollins making a statement as Rude retreats. Well, that just happened. Sorry, Bobby. At least it wasn't me, though. Since it seems I don't have anyone to face, guess I'll just take my lead. Oh, wait a minute. Well, LA Knight, it looks like your night is not as short as you were hoping it would be. Because it looks like LA Knight is about to go one-on-one with the original bro. Riddle making his way to the ring. Matt Riddle making his way to the ring. Matt Riddle. Riddle, man. We know LA Knight is officially the first man entering the LS11 Universe Season 2 Royal Rumble, which will be taking place in just 4 weeks from... Sorry about that. 4 weeks from this past Saturday, so it will be taking place. It will be taking place 4 weeks from TLC, and Ray will once again be joining me. But you gotta think, I think Matt Riddle could be considered a favorite, or a bit of a dark horse, really, for the upcoming Royal Rumble event. As LA Knight and Matt Riddle go one-on-one in our opener. LA Knight, of course, used some underhanded tactics. Oh, Riddle with knees in the face immediately to the U.S. champion. I was going to say LA Knight used some underhanded tactics to capture the U.S. title at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs from El Generico. I believe he used an exposed turnbuckle to his advantage as Riddle throws a kick. Knight with a right hand. LA Knight knocking back Riddle, but Riddle counters. And now Riddle. Oh, no, LA Knight with knees in the ribs. And now Knight with a headbutt. He grabs Riddle, full Nelson, slams him into the mat. LA Knight's a man that many people have wondered when we would see in LS11 Universe, and he finally made his presence known at TLC. He is the new United States Champion. Cover. 1-0. And now he's the first man entered in the Season 2 Royal Rumble. Hey, the Royal Rumble can make a career. I mean, remember last year, Finn Balor and Ronda Rousey, lover or hater, both debuted within their respective Royal Rumbles, won, and went on to win the championships from the most dominant champions at the time in LS11 Universe at WrestleMania. So a guy like LA Knight or a guy like Matt Riddle, the Royal Rumble could really make it for them. As now Riddle with a drop kick tonight. LA Knight rolls into the bottom rope, retreats to the outside. And now LA Knight back in the ring. Oh, but Riddle catches him. Riddle throws him in the corner. Riddle with a drop kick to the back. And Riddle with another drop kick. Down goes LA Knight. Riddle into a cover. 1-0. The U.S. champion kicks out again. Oh, now Riddle just mocking LA Knight there with that pose. LA Knight rolls him through with an arm drag. LA Knight grabs Riddle, takes him down, into a cover. No rope break for Riddle, though. And LA Knight runs him over. Knight now picking Riddle back up to his feet. LA Knight, right hand, and another. Riddle counters the kick to the ribs. And now Riddle, sling blade to LA Knight. And now what's Matt Riddle thinking? Of course, when the Royal Rumble comes, the Masters of the LS11 Universe predictions form will open pretty quickly this time around, as typically matches for the Royal Rumble get solidified pretty early on. As Riddle has Knight down. And now Riddle standing over the U.S. Champion, now stomping him into the mat. Riddle picking him up to his feet as he picks LA Knight up, and Riddle grabs the U.S. Champion, and well, to the floor he goes. Well, I feel like I have to. I won't do it often, but if this were the Royal Rumble, you know the rest. Oh, into the apron goes LA Knight, now to the floor. Knight back to his feet, kicks Riddle in the ribs, right hand to the back. Now LA Knight picks him up, grabs Riddle into the ring. Referee in LA Knight's way. LA Knight now yelling at the referee. Tries to grab Riddle. Riddle takes down Knight, and LA Knight in trouble. Riddle, side headlock. Knight now rolling back to his feet. LA Knight grabs Riddle by the head. And into the corner. Clothesline, no. Matt Riddle counters. Riddle with a right hand. And Knight counters. LA Knight grabs Riddle, pulls him in. Knight, what's he thinking here? Oh, drops him. Now LA Knight calling Riddle up to his feet. We're going to put away Matt Riddle here. LA Knight. Down he goes. One, two, three. LA Knight wins in his Raw debut. Huge win for LA Knight, the U.S. champion, with his second win ever in Universe mode. A big win for LA Knight. Well, I've been told there's a bit of a situation going on backstage that concerns tonight's main event, so we're gonna go see what's going on with that. LS11 Universe has a Patreon. What's on the Patreon, you might wonder? Well, at any dollar amount, you get access to the LS11 podcast, a podcast that takes a deeper dive into canceled storylines from Universe Mode, as well as a look into the lives of myself and Ray. Also, at any dollar amount, you get early access to side series on the channel outside of the Universe modes. Not just that, but at any dollar amount, you also get access to every exclusive Patreon video, including the likes of Carnold trying to break the streak in 2K14, and the once-a-month series, Universal Flashbacks, where I remaster a classic match from the original LS11 Universe mode. At the $5 and above tier, you get your name in the credits of every video on the LS11 Universe channel. And at the $10 tier, you get a personalized thank you video sent to you by me every month, as well as the ability to suggest what pay-per-view or classic show we watch on the bi-weekly Friday watch-alongs. And once we've reached our big goal on Patreon, we'll be launching a Patreon-exclusive Universe mode as voted on by you, our Patreon backers. So if you're willing and able, please consider backing us on Patreon. Link is in the description. Regal! Or you could knock. No time! What is it, Seth? Give me Rude, one-on-one, at the Rumble. Somebody has to shut his worthless mouth for good. You see the irony of this situation, right? This is no time for jokes, Regal. He insulted me out there. Again, you can't seriously say you don't see the irony of this situation, Seth. I want Rude at the Rumble for the title. I'll tell you what, Seth. I will give you a match tonight. If you win it, you get Rude at the Rumble. Alright? Deal, fine, whatever. Give me someone, I'll kick their ass. There isn't a single person on this roster I can't beat. Turn around. You are kidding me! Good to see you too, Seth. See you in the main event. You know what you did, Reed. Well, big opening contest there with LA Knight knocking off Matt Riddle. We now know what our main event is. A number one contenders match for the WWE title. Seth Rollins and Murphy in a SummerSlam rematch. That's going to be exciting. Asuka knocked off Liv Morgan. The Viking Raiders got a big win over GYV. Mustafa Ali got a win as well. Up next, the Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley is going to take on Alexa Bliss. And in the main event, it is, as we said, it's a SummerSlam rematch. #1 contenders match for the Royal Rumble. Murphy versus Seth Rollins. Here comes Bliss to the ring. Alexa Bliss makes her way to the ring tonight. I mean, she's got a great opportunity tonight to prove herself. She's got to take on the Raw Women's Champion. I've been told that we're going to know who Rhea Ripley's Royal Rumble opponent is as soon as next week, possibly. I mean, hey, if Alexa Bliss were to score the win over the champion tonight, then I'd say it should be her. But the 5 Feet of Fury have made her way to the ring. No stupid possessed dolls in sight. Good, because they're so damn stupid. I'll stop now. Here comes the Raw Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley. Ripley has been steamrolling her way through Raw since her arrival on the night after WrestleMania. She's a 2-time Raw Women's Champion. She is the woman who sent Ronda Rousey packing from LS11 Universe. And now Ripley is making her way to the ring tonight. She's got a big matchup ahead of her. She is taking on Alexa Bliss one-on-one. So without any further ado, here we go. And Bliss, whoa, Ripley immediately jumped her. And Ripley, went for a boot. Bliss out of the way. And Bliss gets her with a right. Ripley kicks her in the ribs. And now Rhea Ripley, with a spear to Bliss. Now she grabs her up off her feet, and Rhea Ripley pulls Bliss in, pops her up, and big powerbomb from the champion. And now Ripley with Bliss. Huge back body drop as well. And now Ripley picking Bliss back up to her feet again, and Rhea kicks her in the ribs. There's another kick, takes her down. And now Rhea picking her up again, and Rhea Ripley kicks Bliss in the ribs, pulls her in, and lifts her up. I thought she was going to go for Riptide for a moment. She picks Bliss up one more time now. Rhea Ripley goes for a kick. Bliss counters, knocks her back, and Alexa Bliss slaps her into the corner. Bliss, no, Ripley counters. Ripley, no, Bliss counters. And now Bliss, no, Ripley counters. And now Ripley and Bliss going at it as Bliss, no, knocked back by Ripley. And now Ripley, right hand. She grabs Bliss, German suplexes her. Picking her up to her feet now is Rhea Ripley. And Rhea grabs Bliss, has her up into a hanging suplex position. Down she goes. And now Rhea with Alexa Bliss up to her feet. And what's Rhea thinking now? She grabs Bliss. Off the turnbuckle. And into a Riptide. 1, 2, no. Riptide is not enough. Ripley picks her up to her feet now. Right hand, no. Bliss counters. Now Bliss fights back into a kick to the ribs. DDT. Bliss with that DDT. That's one of her many matches in the past. 1, 2. No. Ripley kicks out Bliss. I thought was about to upset the champion right there. And now Ripley back to her feet. Ripley with a drop kick to Bliss. And now Rhea Ripley picking her up. And Rhea. Right hand. And another. And went for another. Bliss countered. Bliss. No. Ripley into the corner. What a boot to Bliss. Grabs her up to her feet. And Ripley kicks her in the ribs. Right hand turns her around. Forearm strike. Another German. Down goes Bliss. Ripley now picking her up to her feet. And Rhea Ripley grabs Bliss. Pulls her in. Lifts her up. And there's another suplex. And Ripley now looking for the move that won her the championship. She's looking for the big boot to the face of Alexa Bliss. 1, a 2, and 3. I think it's safe to say that Bliss is not going to be Ripley's challenger at the Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley knocks off Alexa Bliss. Another one done for Rhea Ripley tonight. Is anyone ever going to be able to take this championship away from Rhea Ripley? Main event up next. Number 1 contenders match to the WWE Championship. It's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. It is a SummerSlam rematch. A rematch from one of the biggest stories in LS11 Universe history. Murphy is making his way to the ring. Formerly the Disciple, the Messiah Slayer, the best kept secret, Murphy is making his way to the ring. So Murphy is here, but it is the main event. He's taking on the Monday Night Messiah, his former mentor. Seth Rollins. Well, the Monday Night Messiah seems to have opted to go in on his own tonight. Rollins seems to have decided that on his own is the best way to do this tonight against Murphy. He wants to prove that he's the best on Raw. He's got to do that by beating a man who's beat him in the past, but of course he went in alone against Murphy at SummerSlam and he lost, so he's going to try again tonight on his own. Rollins and Murphy, one-on-one. So without further ado, it's our main event. Winner gets Bobby Roode at the Rumble. Here we go. Rollins, Northern Lights, takes down Murphy immediately. Now Rollins, kick to the back, Murphy's down. And now Rollins standing over his former Disciple as Murphy pulling himself back up to his feet. And Rollins went for a right, Murphy counter. Murphy, right hand, Rollins shoves him back. Rollins grabs Murphy, sends him off the ropes. Seth Rollins, oh, Murphy kicks him in the ribs. And now Murphy, clothesline to Rollins. Murphy's got him down, and now Murphy follows Rollins to the outside. And Murphy now, with Rollins up to his feet, and into the ring goes Murphy. Murphy now picking Rollins up again, and Murphy, here we go, coming after the Monday Night Messiah. Rollins knocks him back. Rollins with a right hand. Now Seth Rollins scoops up Murphy, slams him into the mat. Down goes Murphy. And now Rollins, oh, Murphy up to his feet. Murphy with an elbow strike. And now Murphy, knee strike, takes down Rollins. And now Rollins pulling himself back up to his feet, into the ropes. Murphy grabs him. Murphy with the Messiah, scoops him up, and boom, off the ropes goes Rollins. And now Murphy went for a right. Rollins counters. Murphy clotheslines him into the corner. Murphy, for those that don't know, we've actually, in the time since TLC was recorded, actually, we have a win-loss record now in LS11 Universe, available in the description of every video. Murphy currently holds the record for most matches wrestled in the LS11 Universe across both seasons, with now about 60 matches to his name. That is more than any other star. As now Seth Rollins scoops him up. Inside cradle suplex, cover to Murphy. Rollins. 1, 2, no. Murphy gets the shoulders up. And now Rollins picks Murphy up in a seated position, working over the neck. Rollins wrenching back on that neck of Murphy, trying to take him down. Murphy in some trouble. Rollins takes him down. And now Seth Rollins grabs the arm, slams the arm into the mat, takes down Murphy again. And Murphy in some trouble. Rollins picks him up in a seated position, into a chin lock. Rollins has Murphy, wrenches back on the arm, or on the neck, excuse me. And now Murphy being picking up to his feet. Murphy's up. Murphy knocks back Rollins, knocks him back again. And now Murphy, oh, they collide. Murphy goes for a kick. He grabs Rollins. Murphy again, gonna lift him up into a winding neck breaker. And neck breaker again. Murphy is on fire right now. Picks up Rollins with a right hand. Knee strike from Murphy. And now Murphy, here we go, going up top. Murphy gonna look to fly. Went for a splash. Rollins dodged it and kicked him on the way down. And now Rollins grabs Murphy. Northern Lights cover. 1, 2, no. Murphy hits the shoulders up. And now Rollins picks Murphy back up to his feet, and Seth Rollins rolls Murphy through. And super kick. Rollins drops the former disciple. And now Seth Rollins, knee into the back. And Rollins, oh, look at this, pulling back on the chin of Murphy, trying to choke him out. And Murphy now going to slip out of it. Murphy with a chop to Rollins. Forearm strike, knocks him back, and now Rollins grabs him. Rollins scoops up Murphy, has him up over his head. Murphy slips out of it. Murphy, whoa, this has been a lot of people's weakness when it comes to facing Murphy. 1, no, Rollins kicks out. And Rollins just kind of gives Murphy a nod of, I taught you that. And now Murphy in trouble. Curb stomp to go to the Rumble. Referee right in position there. 1, 2, Murphy kicked out. And now Rollins is going up. And the Monday Night Messiah, nobody home. Murphy kicks him in the ribs. Went for a kick, Rollins caught him. And now Rollins with Murphy in the corner. Murphy, no, Rollins. And Murphy, whoa, they both thought the same thing there. And Murphy, whoa, takedown to Rollins. Murphy now with Rollins up to his feet. And Murphy kicks him in the ribs. Murphy gonna go for the same way, beat him at SummerSlam. Murphy's Law. Cover. 1, 2. Seth Rollins gets the shoulders up. Seth Rollins with the shoulders up now. Murphy with a chop. And Rollins grabs him. Rollins. Falcon Arrow. Now Rollins is calling up Murphy, but he knocks him to the mat. Murphy kips up to his feet now. Murphy with a clothesline. Into a second. And now Murphy with Rollins. Tilt-a-whirl. Backbreaker. And now Murphy. Well, Rollins throws him over the top, and Rollins tries to grab Murphy. Murphy counters. Murphy, sunset flip, cover on Rollins. Murphy to go to the Rumble. 1, 2, no. Rollins again kicks out. Oh, the referee takes a knee. Referee takes a knee strike. In the meantime, Rollins wrenching back on the neck of Murphy. Murphy knocking back Rollins. Knee to Rollins. What the? Who the hell's that guy? Well, the referee's down. Rollins is down. Murphy has this match won. Who the hell is this guy? He spikes Murphy on his head. And he just feeds him back to Rollins. Oh, wait a minute. Look who's standing up on the ramp. That's Apollo. Apollo Crews, who we know has had a lot of issues with Murphy. Just staring down the ramp at the unconscious Murphy. Gives a nod to that giant that just laid Murphy out. Was Crews behind that? Oh, no, he won't. Well, Rollins is coming too. Rollins, he's looking around. He doesn't know what just happened. He doesn't know he was just helped. He covers Murphy. 1, 2, 3. Well, Rollins is going to the Rumble. He has no clue that he was just assisted to the win by Apollo Crews, Murphy's rival as of late. So your winner and the #1 contender to the WWE Championship, the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins. What is the deal with Apollo Crews? He clearly has his sights set on Murphy. He's quite clearly not joining the Monday Night Messiahs. Feel like I just need to make that clear. Seth Rollins is your winner. He's getting the title match at the Rumble. I've been Xander, and that was Universe.